you guys. Good afternoon, everybody. If I could ask, please, for you to use the raise hand function on the Zoom so we know where we're going with questions. If we have any questions from German journalists, we'll take them at the end in German, and Ilkay will obviously answer those in German. And I'm going to start, please. I'm just looking at the raised hands. I'm going to start then with Simon Stone. Simon, I'm just promoting you. Okay, Simon, can you hear us?
Hi, Ilkay. Were you surprised at all by Borussia Dortmund last week? I know you know the club very well, but that performance didn't seem to match what they've been doing in the league this year.
I was not surprised, to be honest, because I still follow them a lot. I still try to watch as many games as possible in the Bundesliga when they play. And I know that they have a lot of quality in the squad. They have a lot of quality individually, amazing players, quick, fast players, technically really good players. And I know that they can beat on a good day every single team in Europe. I've also just watched their game in Munich against Bayern Munich when they were leading 2-0, and they played really well in the first 20 minutes, I think, in that game. So I knew that they were capable of also controlling big teams. So it was definitely not a surprise for me.
How do you rate Erling Haaland? He seems a very difficult player to stop, even though he didn't score against you.
I think he's a great talent. He's a great player, exciting prospect. He scores a lot of goals. He's physically strong. He's quick, and he's determined. This is what I see. Like he goes into the spaces that may hurt, but he's able to hurt every single team he faces. And just the fact that his numbers are already outstanding, not just in the league, also in Europe, are just incredible. And the fact that he's just so young still just shows that he will have a great future. Not just because he is already a great player. I think also, I don't know him at all, but it seems to me like he's bringing also the right mindset, to climb to the top.
Thank you, Simon. Next we'll go to Simon Bashkowski. Hi, Simon.
Hi, Ilkay.
Hi, mate.
If I could ask you just generally, how has it been for you as players? What's changed about playing football in empty stadiums?
First of all, it changes, of course, the atmosphere. I mean, there's not really a connection anymore between fans and players, and in the games that can be quite important. Also important when you may face difficult periods in a game. So I think a crowd is always able, to give you another push, to lift you when you're maybe in a bad moment. And then of course also when you play at home, then also is able to kind of give your opponent also a completely different feeling. As an example now, going to Dortmund, facing Borussia Dortmund and knowing that there's no crowd, it feels like it's a bit of a disadvantage for Borussia Dortmund, because I played there 5 years and I know how incredible the crowd is, and how the support is. And how loud it can be also, in that stadium. And for them, knowing that there's no crowd to support them, same in the first week when we played in our stadium, is something missing. There's something missing in football at the moment, and we can't wait to have crowds back in the stadiums.
Thank you, Simon. Next we'll go to David McDonald. Hi, David.
Hi, Ilkay.
Hi.
The team have obviously gone out at this stage the last 3 seasons. What have you learned from those experiences? And having proved yourself domestically as the sort of the best team in the country over the past few years, how important is it for the team to now take this next step in Europe and go all the way?
For me, it's very important. I mean, not just because of the experience that we had in the last few years, getting knocked out in that stage. Also because I have expectations to myself. I have expectations to my teammates, to my team, and I know that we have great players, that we have a great team, and that we are capable, of going into the semi-finals as well. And we should have been there maybe earlier in the last few seasons already. But we were lacking something, and I felt like we did sometimes unnecessarily mistakes, individual mistakes that led to goals we conceded. And then obviously it's kind of tough, I remember the Tottenham game we played at home, we conceded 3 goals. Liverpool home, we conceded, I think, 2 goals. So especially when you concede this amount of goals, in your home stadium, in the leg that you play at home, it's obviously not easy, running behind that. So I feel like we are much more stable at the moment in this season, especially defensively. We are defending quite well, I feel like. And I think the more you proceed in this competition, the more important it gets as well. And obviously it gives you also kind of a safe feeling, when you know that your defensive line is working great, your goalkeeper is great, you're generally working as a team defensively very well. Combined with the feeling that we know that we are always able to score, I think that's a great potential.
Thank you, David. Ben Ransom from Sky.
Hi, Ilkay. I just wondered, what's the worst thing about living next door to the boss?
There's not really much. Well, there's nothing bad. Maybe when you're losing a game, you don't wanna see him in the building. You don't want the confrontation. But I think our boss is quite. He knows that when you're obviously in your home or in your private area, private space, then also he leaves you alone. It's not like that. It's not like that I never see him in the building. Of course, I saw him before, but he knows that this is also private time. And when we come to work, we are all focused and we work. We know that we have to work. But when we are home, then it's about relaxing, trying to forget football sometimes, and just spending time with your loved ones.
Thank you, Ben. Next we go to Mike Minay, BBC Radio Manchester.
Hi, Ilkay. Good to see you. The Leeds defeat on Saturday, was that not a wake-up call, but was that sort of an important defeat ahead of this game, just to remind you not to get comfortable in a way?
Yeah, maybe it was a warning. Maybe it was a signal for us. If it turns out to be like that, I mean that we probably will know after the game tomorrow. Then of course I'll take that defeat. But of course we went into that game also to win it. It was not our ambition, to try to get 1 point, or try to forget that game and try to focus already on Borussia Dortmund on the second leg. That was not the case at all. We know that we have still games in the Premier League to win, to win the league again. So nothing is over yet. But now we're facing a different competition, a different team, and we are totally focused on that. And then after the game tomorrow, we're gonna focus again on the other competitions that we're still part.
Thank you, Mike. Ian Abrahams from TalkSport.
Hi, Ilkay, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. It's sort of 2 questions in one. Just first of all, what your reaction to the fact there will be 2,000 Man City fans at the League Cup final? Obviously, off the back of what you were saying about playing in front of empty stadiums, and also how important is it for the manager to win this trophy with Man City as well as the players?
I think the same importance is for the manager as it is for us as players. I'm not sure now if there's anyone in the squad who won the Champions League already before. I doubt, but Yeah, of course. This is it's a great competition to be a part of. I remember the times, when I was growing up, I was watching Champions League at home with all the family. Midweek games. It was just always, like a festival. We kind of celebrated, watching Champions League games, and that's why maybe for me is also kind of the highest level you can play professional football on. And maybe also that's why I just love the competition. And of course, for me, it's something that I definitely want to achieve, to win that trophy. And I feel like we have really good chances in this club with this team. But it's not just about the chances; it's also about trying to take them. And we try to go for it step for step. We failed in the past years, but we know that a team of our quality, will have the chance again every single year. And this year is another chance. And of course, we will try to do our best, not just us as players, also the management staff, everyone that supports us. To kind of go as far as possible in this competition.
And about the fans for the League Cup final?
Yeah, it's exciting. I think we had this season one game where there was a crowd. It was away at Southampton when we had I think 2,000 fans as well in the stadium. I must admit that after such a long while without fans, it was again, I don't know, weird to have them back in the stadium. Even though there were just 2,000 people, but it was kind of a weird feeling again. So I guess it's a feeling we need to get used to again. But obviously, not just for the people coming in, into the stadium at the week at that game, yeah. Also for us, it will be great, to have them back. And atmosphere is the reason also why we play football.
Thank you, Ian. Next we go to James Ducker. Hi, James.
Hi.
Hi, Ilkay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, hi.
Okay, just following on from an earlier question and answer. After the quarter-final defeat to Tottenham, you said in an interview that you don't think the team handled sort of negative moments or setbacks in those Champions League matches too well, and that's an area of improvement that you have to show. Do you think you have to learn in these games to get a little bit better when you have those bad moments and they don't snowball, they don't become a bigger problem? And why, when we look at this team, which has such great composure, why do you think you have struggled as a team in those moments in quarterfinals?
You kind of answered that question, the first question already, I feel like, because I feel like sometimes this is exactly the case. We need to learn also that it's kind of normal to struggle, because in that stage, playing against the best teams in Europe, it's normal. Everyone has quality, and it's also normal when you concede a goal. And maybe it's something we are not too used to, I don't know, running behind a goal, conceding or struggling, because we are, we are used to dominating always the game, having possession, but it's completely normal that in the Champions League, also in the Premier League, that there are games that it might not be that easy, and that fluently everything on the pitch, that you do also mistakes is normal. So just learning to deal with it, I feel like, is the only thing that was a little bit missing, especially when you speak now, when you talk about the Tottenham games, not just in the second leg where we, I think, won the game 4-3. Also in the first game already, I felt like, conceding the goal, of course, was maybe unnecessary away, but then also, dealing with the whole situation, okay, you conceded a goal, but we had still like 60 minutes to play, I feel like, and had time, so just dealing with that situation, I feel like it's something we might need to learn still. I don't know. I feel like these stages will show it now. but it's something we need to accept, I feel like.
Okay, thank you, James. Next we go to Jonathan Smith.
Hi, Ilkay.
Hi.
Before the first leg was even played, Pep said that he would approach the game in Germany. You would go there to try and win. Is that something that that really sits well with how everyone approaches the game? And do you believe that you can go anywhere and beat anyone, anywhere?
Yes, I believe that. And I think it's necessary for us as well. You know, like with the quality that we have, with the type of football we play. I feel like for us the best case is always going into the game with the feeling, okay, we want to win that game. Defending a result, I don't feel like it fits us. It fits the way that we are as players, and also not the way that we play in generally as a team. So we should try to go every single game to win the game. I feel like that's what we are used to. Talking about also the question before, that's what we are used to, and that's why we will handle that game in Germany now the same we did the game here or the games also in the past few weeks.
Thank you, Jonathan. Martin Blackburn.
Yeah, hi, okay. Just going back to the sort of past experience of the Champions League. You got to the final in 2013 with Dortmund. Was that sort of your most disappointing day in some ways of your career?
Probably yes. Apart maybe from injuries that obviously were also frustrating, but actively on the pitch, probably the biggest defeat I've faced in my career so far, and maybe that's also a reason why I want to go really back one day into that final, you know, and win the trophy. But it was still a great experience, you know. We were on a great run with Borussia Dortmund. I feel like we played incredible football that season in general. The way to the final was incredible when I now think about it, you know, and brings me also still goosebumps, you know. And obviously defeats are part of football, you know. You kind of have to accept them. You sometimes learn from them. So even though it was a bad day, a sad day, frustrating day, I still remember the game. I remember the way, especially to the final, and it was still a great experience.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Martin. Final question in English we'll take from Paul Hurst. If there are any German journalists on the line with questions, if you could use the raise hand function now. Coming to you now, Paul.
Hi, Ilkay.
Hi.
You touched a little bit on this earlier. You said that the team is more defensively stable. Do you think that's given you more, kind of confidence to go forward, and that's why you've been scoring so many goals this season? That you do know that you have this, solidity behind you that will kind of bail you out if it does go wrong on the pitch.
A part of that might be the case, but then also the way we build up right now, with the ball movement from our goalkeeper through the defenders, through midfield, I feel like is very good, is very fluent. That I don't feel like personally that I need to get involved maybe too much or as much as I was maybe in the past few years. Also, obviously with Rodri, I feel like doing a great job with Ruben, John, the connection, or Aime when he plays, our fullbacks. I feel like it's really fluent, the game, and there are some sort of automatic movements that are part of our game already. So I kind of feel like maybe sometimes that I have the freedom, to run in between the lines or to run behind the defense. To be more present in the opponent's box, and that just gives me the opportunity, to be in the right spaces in the right time, and then obviously also to get into positions where I have the chance to score.
Thank you, Paul. If I could ask again if there are German journalists on the line, if they have any questions, to use the raise hand function now.
One.
Okay, I'm just looking down the list here. I have no raised hands from the German journalists on here. Okay, we have one from Arthur Questa.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hallo, kann man mich hören?
Ja.
Gut.
Will is leaving the team in the end of the season. I was wondering if you think that Gabriel Jesus, you were with him in this evolution on the team. Do you think that he can assume this post of being the main striker in the coming years?
I think for Gabi, I feel like there are no limits for him. I think he already did great in the years he already is here, and I don't know if it has an influence on him or on us that Sergio is leaving in terms of the game that Gabi plays. I really don't know. What I know is that he brings everything to be a world-class striker, and he did already great in the years that he already is playing here. He's a great teammate. He's still young, has still a lot of potential to improve as well. But he's already playing really well, I feel like. And he's committed to the team. He's committed to his game. And I really believe that for him, the future is also very bright.
Okay, thank you, Arthur. I can't see any raised hands, guys, so we're probably going to finish it there. I'll just give you a couple more seconds. Okay, thank you, Ilkay.
You're welcome. Thank you, guys.
Shortly, guys.
Thanks, guys.
We are meeting.